The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Something good, everyone wants a piece of it. Take light beer from Miller. Now there's lots of light beers out there saying they're less filling. Heck, that was the easy part. The hard part is brewing a light beer that tastes great. That's why Light's always brewed only with the finest ingredients. To let all that great beer taste come through for guys like you and me. The taste that's made light beer from Miller America's favorite light beer.
Hey, I always thought it was an easy opening can.
Excuse me. I'm not the same crazy coach who used to storm around the sidelines yelling at the officials. I've learned to relax, and I drink light beer from Miller. Do you know that Light's got 1/3 less calories than a regular beer? And listen to this. Light doesn't fill me up. Besides that, Light tastes fantastic. Oh, sure, there are a lot of other beers around, and you can drink any one you want. But let me tell you this.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer, and less.
As I was saying, I don't care what anybody else...
That's the indoor blimp provided by Main Strike Marketing. You won't see a lot of indoor blimps.
No, I know it. And see what it is it's a tethered blimp. See this here? It's tethered. These lines hold it still, so it stays there. This means nothing. That's the camera. That's the thing that you take the pictures with. So they have to have a tethering thing. See, that's a tethered blimp. You shouldn't know words like tethered. Then that thing moves by itself. There's no man up there in that blimp. That just moves. When you say move, stop, it does. It does whatever you tell it to do.
You don't fly it, you tether it. Low Miller's kickoff is deep. Edwards, 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Football! Football!
Who's this guy right here? Where you have a man-to-man right here. You see he gets penetration right there. And Margaret?
The build-up is over. as he released.
Oh, and you go, what?
You know, when you run away from him, he's going to run you down.
What?
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
This was just one of the greatest moments in the history of the Super Bowl, obviously.
He's going against Brown over there. Usually don't have nice personalities. You know, they're all half goofy. You know, they got their eyes, you know, staring and looking and crossed. These guys like this guy here, nope. What? If I say something and you don't want to listen, don't listen. What? Yeah, he not only rambled, but he rumbled and stumbled. That's when you want a medicine that acts tough. Get tough acting and act.
His hands are so big and strong. In fact, they get penetration on both sides.
There's 2 footballs on the field. And then when they wear their powder blue uniform, man, that is it. I mean, how can you lose a guy 6'5" at 305 pounds? Boom, 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 boom. When a center goes to block you like that, you can't punch him.
All right. That was John Madden, some brief appearances of his broadcasting career, and nothing with the Raiders because I fucking hate the Raiders. But man, he was a great coach with the Raiders, though. Oh, man. Wasn't he part of that?
I love
freaking what was that thing
with the Raiders?
Pittsburgh Steelers with the ball bounced away from it. What was that called?
Yeah.
The Immaculate Reception, right? He was part of that game. Yeah, man.
Well, I'll just say quickly, you not liking the Raiders and me liking the Raiders are like a vegan and a cattle rancher who eats nothing but meat talking.
I don't like them either. I mean, they're Red Right 88. Oh. I'll never forget it. You know, they beat Cleveland out in 81. So, but he was gone.
Yeah.
Coaching at that point. Flores.
But I mean, I do like him. Yeah. I mean, regardless of what we think of the Raiders, we can still at least agree on him.
Well, yeah, because you know, John Madden taught me football, man. It's like Vince Scully taught me baseball. Chick Hearn taught me basketball. John Madden taught me football. watching
and my brother Tom
and Pat Summerall, you know, the two
my brother
greatest...
Tom liked him too. Yeah, Pat Summerall. I only remember him from sportscasting, but if he was a coach, he was also probably pretty good. A lot of those guys who were sportscasters originally were coaches.
Yeah, well, can I say something about broadcasting real quick? I hate to be all deep about it because it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks because for a lot of us, he was the voice of football from our youth. The whole time we watched football until he left. And to be fair, there is nobody doing color like Madden today. He was absolutely, in my opinion, the greatest football broadcaster.
He was a character, man. It's like I'm saying, him and Pat Summerall taught me the game of football, taught me plays, taught me this, taught me that. You know, you just gotta run right up the middle and go bam, you know, boom. You know, he just hits him right there. Look at that. Look, he just a slobber knocker tackle right there, man. He just knocked the slobber out of him. It's like, fucking Madden was ruled, man. He made the game entertaining for me.
I have purposefully watched games when he was a coach and saw him on the sidelines being coach. Yeah, that guy was really he meant business. He was really good. And there's this guy who does shoes with the last name of Madden, and I had thought that it was John Madden, but it isn't. It's someone else with maybe a J in his name, like a Joe Madden or whatever. But it's not the same guy. But if you see shoes with the last name of Madden, it's not him.
Well, there's a baseball manager named Joe Madden.
Right.
Well, but yeah, there was I think maybe Steve Madden shoes. I don't know, but I know that it's weird when you get people with the same last name and they're all involved in something, and you're like trying to figure out which guy is involved in this or which guy is involved in that. Like John Madden is the coach. Steve Madden might have done shoes. And it's like, I mean, we might know the difference, but some new guy might accidentally say, I didn't know that Steve Madden was a coach back in the day. He does shoes. You know what I mean? Kind of like that.
Yeah, man. But we're here to talk about John Madden. And sorry, Jerry couldn't be with us today. He's on a date with his beautiful wife. And he wishes he could be here. But we'll be here on Thursday for our top 10 albums of the year. So hope you guys enjoy that one. But we're here to talk about John. This is like, I was just sitting at I was watching fucking, Behind the Music of Busta Rhymes, because I don't care what kind of genre it is. I like watching that kind of music documentary. I'll just sit there and watch it on my phone, and all of a sudden a thing comes up, John Madden suddenly died. And I'm like, what the fuck? I go, dude, we're a sports show, music show, and movie show. We gotta fucking say something about John, like me and you did when Eddie passed, Eddie Van Halen passed. We did a show right then and there. Sorry, Jerry, I wish you were here, man, because you got a lot of stories about John. And Thursday after our show, we could probably add some into the show. But man, let's get to you, Charles. You were on John. Tell us your memories of John.
Well, the first one will be, honestly, another thing is his name's going to live on forever because of that game. I think most of us in that age range, even the kids today, know that brand as well. And Madden, the game, is probably, there you go.
This is 2016.
That was the last one I got, actually. But, it's just part of our youth as well. Plus, like I said, every Thanksgiving for years. Yeah, for years. He was going to be at Dallas with Summerall. And it was just, I don't know, it was almost like comfort food, something like that. I mean, it was a big blow to the football community, period. He's a legend all the way around.
Now they give out a turkey leg in honor of him, but Frank, I just remember him explaining what a fucking turducken was. Everybody wants to make a turducken after Madden. It's like, let's try a turducken.
I'm one of the few people who are like, do I really need to go through that process of putting a chicken and a turkey and a duck? I'm thinking it's a little bit out there, but I mean, I like the concept. It's just not something that I would do. But it's cool, the idea that he would do it. But my brother Tom, he was of the family, maybe the main football guy, but he was the guy who got me into John Madden. And I always respected John Madden. I thought that he was smart. He had a sense of humor, and he played it as if he was cool, calm, and collected, and a little bit witty and kind of joking. But back when he was coaching, especially when he was coaching the Raiders, he meant business. And you could see on the sidelines, he was a serious coach. He wasn't playing. I mean, he was playing because they were playing a game, but I mean, he wasn't goofy or being joking. He was a serious coach and a damn good coach. And so that's what I think about when I think about him.
Yeah, it was just sad. Like, we're talking about the video game. I have 2020 too, but I didn't get last year, but this is the one I had in a room. But I'm just saying, dude, without him, the commentary that he did on these games was amazing. It was sad when he was gone. off these games. His voice, his likeness was gone off these games.
Wow.
It wasn't the same playing it without him and Summerall commentating my games.
Yeah.
And now you got these Troy Aikman and fucking Jack Buck doing all those Fox games. Jack Buck he's such a homer. He's such a home fan. It isn't
just
funny.
Just his name makes me not want to hear his voice.
It's just like, we know you hate certain teams, man. Do you have to show it on the air? You didn't know John Madden just loved football. He loved any team that he was broadcasting. He gave them both props. He said when they're both playing like shit or playing great. You didn't see him go off on a particular team like Joe Buck does. You know, it's like example, Joe Buck doing the Dodgers World Series. Like, you know, he's a St. Louis homer. You know, he hates the Dodgers, and he's talking total shit under his breath about the Dodgers during the whole thing. He does the same thing with football. If he doesn't like a team, he'll talk shit about them. He'll do it in a way that but I understand what he's doing. Everybody hates Joe Buck. It's like, I think there's memes. Joe Buck, can he like get fired already? You know, it's like, we're tired of this guy.
I mean, to be fair, you know, I'm a long-suffering Browns fan, and once in a blue moon, we do get on the national CBS game. I'm not that wild about Jim Nantz or the other guy either. And really, I don't even think Collinsworth's that great, or Collinsworth on the Sunday night game. Madden, he was just the best. And
I'm kind of into Cleveland Browns. I kind of like Cleveland Browns.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
I used to watch games back then. I used to watch some good games with them.
But the thing is, you brought up Collinsworth. You know he hates the Niners. Every time he broadcasts a Niners game, he's fucking his thoughts of losing 2 Super Bowls to the 49ers comes out. You know, he hates them, man. He hates them. He goes, "Oh, Joe Montana. Oh, you had to beat us. Oh, you know, Boomer Esiason. Who's the quarterback from fucking Cincinnati?
Boomer, and what was the other? Yeah, what was the first guy? Was Kenny
Boomer.
Anderson? Yeah,
it's Boomer. Boomer is the commentator. Boomer.
Yeah.
You don't see his bias come out against the 49ers. You see it from Collinsworth, man.
My brother liked the 49ers. I didn't. But I mean, I got to respect them when they started to win a lot, but they weren't my favorite team. So if Collinsworth, whatever his name is saying something not so great about the 49ers, I'd like to hear what he said, because I think it would make me chuckle.
He was the wide receiver on those Bengals teams. So
well, one of them, yeah.
The one where Joe Montana made the comeback with 54 seconds left.
No, it was his rookie year, or like early one. It was the earlier one with no,
he played with
Kenny
Boomer.
Anderson.
I thought he played with Boomer.
Who's that?
Collinsworth. He played with Boomer.
Was he in the Bengals? You're saying?
Yeah, he was a Bengals wide receiver. Yeah.
Oh, and then he became a commentator.
Broadcaster. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, the Cincinnati Bengals, I mean, they're like you have to be kind of our age to remember them, because they haven't really done anything since. But I mean,
they're doing pretty good right now. They're
okay. Well,
they got a good quarterback finally.
I don't watch new football, but what I'm saying is
they're in your division.
yeah,
I know them well.
I kind of dig them.
Yeah,
I kind of dig them. I mean, I used to watch games with them. I mean, I have to look at some of the new games, because I haven't seen like a new game for like about 10 years. I stopped watching maybe around 1993 or 4. That was like when I stopped officially watching Super Bowl series. But once in a rare while, I would still watch a game if I happened to be at someone's house and it was on. But that was pretty much from 94 on down was when I watched games.
Yeah, I just like, I watch games. Well, Madden and Summerall were on a lot of the Niners games because they were really good back when I got into football.
Harry Reid just passed away.
Harry Reid?
Another one just came through. Yeah.
Oh, I remember him.
Wasn't he the defensive back?
No, a senator.
Senator.
U.S. Senator, yeah.
Why?
I thought you were talking about football. I was talking about the
other
Reid from Baltimore.
It just came over the news too. It's like, wow.
But I remember his name. I don't remember a lot about him. But Harry Reid, I've heard of him.
Wow,
yeah, Senator. I thought you were talking about football.
Oh no! I'm sorry, it just flashed on my screen.
No. I think it's cool that you mention it.
I'm just saying, Madden made football fans out of people who weren't into football. You know, I was into the Dodgers. I was like into my Dodgers, and then I was up in Vince Scully was doing that game anyways. But Vince Scully got kind of into the 49ers because he was doing the NFC Championship game against the Cowboys. Fuck you, Cowboys. That game sent you guys into oblivion for a decade.
You were mostly into baseball, and then you got into football. Is that what you're kind of saying?
Because of Vince Scully, he was broadcasting on NBC.
That's cool.
He was broadcasting NBC, the NFC Championship game in 81 Cowboys-Niners, and we fucking Dwight Clark, bitch. And all you people out there thinking, oh, that was a lucky
Jerry
catch.
Jerry Rice, too. The greatest receiver
this
ever.
wasn't with Jerry Rice. This was with Dwight Clark.
But I'm talking after that.
But I'm saying, listen, Linda. This is like Jerry. Fucking people tell me, it says, "Oh, that was a lucky catch," like fucking Brian Day. Fuck you, Brian Day. Cowboys fucking fan always texting me. Fucking go Cowboys.
That was a epic play. That's an all-time iconic thing on NFL films.
Dwight Clark said they practiced that play where he strags at the back of the end zone and he throws it high enough for him to catch it. That was practice.
Did you ever see the NFL films for that comeback or whatever? You know, when they won in the fourth quarter against the Bengals, and I don't know. Somebody said in it, I can't remember who, but they were like, too much time. And like Joe Montana was like, I got plenty of time to get this done. He was so epic. He was so awesome.
Well, one of their I think it was Harris Barton. He said that Joe Montana was in the huddle and they were all freaking like nervous as fuck. And Joe Montana looks at them and goes, "Hey man, is that John Candy up there in the audience?"
That's what it was. It's
John Candy?
Yes.
And they go, "What?" He goes, "We're sitting here trying to win a game, and he's talking about John Candy." And he goes, "It just instantly gave us like calm that Joe was calm, Joe cool, and we would win this game."
We all knew it.
Yeah,
I had seen the only two professional sports games that I saw live. I saw a game long ago, back in around like maybe 1977 or 78. It was the Golden State Warriors and the San Antonio Spurs. So that was basketball. And the other game that I saw, it was with the A's, and I forget who the other team was. But I liked the basketball game I saw, but when I saw the sports game with the A's, it just, I remember when I played baseball and I thought that was more interesting, even though I never really did well in baseball, but I forget what my point was, but there was something, there was something with my point. I guess my point was
we were talking about John Madden and football.
Oh yeah. So
I went to
baseball. You went to an A's game and you don't remember against who?
But what I mean is that there was something that I was going to say about football, but I think that I'll think of it later.
All right, let me ask you, Charles. What is your favorite John Madden-ism?
Doesn't he say like "bam" a lot?
Bam, boom,
all that biff, bam, boom, and,
slobber knocker.
It's not really a catchphrase, but I know he had he had some kind of nickname for lineman. And one of the main things I always respected about his commentary was he would highlight linemen a lot and point out what they were doing and stuff like that, because it can be hard to follow that part and be like, why is that guy an all-pro? You can count on him doing that. So, but yeah,
I
the
remember
dams, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and John would also give them a lot of credit because the linemen don't get credit unless there's a penalty.
Yeah,
I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say that I was in Antioch, and there were members of the Oakland Raiders who were getting coffee. They were like maybe second string. But I mean, I just asked, are you part of the team? Actually part of the team? They went, yeah, we're actually part of the team. And I said, hey, man, I hope you're doing good. And that was before Al Davis died. And to me, even though Al Davis was no longer a part of the thing, he was still alive. And to me, it just meant something to be able to actually talk to a few of the people who were on the team, whether they were first string or not. I actually enjoyed being able to do that, and they were cool. But it's like and John Madden did coach the Oakland Raiders, so that's my connection there.
He's the one who built the lore up of the Raiders. Without him, you wouldn't have Tom Flores winning those 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Because he built up the Autumn Wind is a Raider. He's the one with the freaking immaculate reception against Pittsburgh Steelers. You know,
it's like
the guy wouldn't even fly, dude. He would have to take a bus to every freaking game, every game he did. Wow. The guy was totally afraid of flying, and Pat Summerall would travel with them, man. It's like a rock band, you know, they were on a tour bus. They were fucking awesome. That's why those two, Pat Summerall and John Madden, will forever go down as the best 2 football broadcasters of all time. And nobody will even come close to them. Nobody.
I want to know if he had a favorite kind of sandwich, because I like to make food.
Dude, he talked about food.
A sandwich.
Go back
everywhere.
He talked about food and sandwiches, and he did those Miller commercials, man. He was fucking hilarious in those Miller commercials, man. Right, the guy was a fucking
I remember. Yeah. He was like that because that was how he was paid to be. But I mean, like I said, when he was the coach, he meant business. He wasn't playing. I mean, while they were playing the game of football, but I mean, he wasn't joking like, ha, 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 do this because it's bad. No, he was a good, steady coach.
I'm just saying, even though I hate the Raiders, I like Tom Flores. I like Tom Flores.
Okay.
And I liked freaking John Madden. Those 2 coaches were freaking killer. I hated Al Davis for what he did to Marcus Allen.
I do kind of agree with you.
That was bullshit. And I'm glad he went to the Kansas City Chiefs with Montana and fucked them up.
Even though I think Al Davis is a great guy, I also think he's a shitty guy. So here I go.
He treated Art Shell like shit too.
There's also guys like me that are AFC guys, and I don't respect anything about that team. But
they were the ones who started the holding and the punching and the kicking, and
I get it,
and the dirty play. Yeah,
they were kind of rock starish, outlawish team. And a lot of people gravitated to that, and they had badass uniforms.
I liked them long ago when I was about 4. But anyway,
great. But
they had the pirate attitude, man. They had the pirate attitude.
I have to say they did eventually get to the point where if they won 0 games out of 100, they were on a winning streak that year, because they were finally getting really, really bad. So even though I'm ashamed of it, I still, it would be like my favorite rock group that didn't do a good album for like 40 years, but I still compliment them because they're my favorite. You know what I mean? Kind of like that.
Yeah, but freaking Madden gave them the working man, fucking nobody likes us fucking attitude. and gave them their swagger that's still going on today. Go long, go long, the long ball, the long ball. You know, go long, we'll get you the ball, go long. And the freaking smash mouth running game. That's what the Raiders are known for, is long ball
and defense. Defense too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can't play that defense anymore because you barely touch somebody. It's like, ooh, foul.
Oh God. I hate how you can't even dance anymore after you do a touchdown because it's considered to be.
They changed that rule. You can celebrate in the end zone. You can't do it towards another player because it's considered bad, but you could do it towards the crowd. You can sit there and have your whole
so
team.
they changed.
You could celebrate now.
But you remember though when they couldn't.
Isn't it taunting? Taunting's the big thing.
Taunting calls now if they do it towards another player.
Yeah.
That call's stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, it is.
They want you to celebrate, but you taunt now.
You should be able to celebrate however the hell you want.
Remember,
if you win.
Remember Terrell Owens, get your popcorn ready, and he hit Sharpie.
Well, yeah, but the taunting thing now is like when you're getting in each other's faces and and
well,
stuff.
yeah,
it's a whole different deal.
I mean, if someone's laying down and then someone's standing and dancing on them and dancing on their face, that's not cool. But what I'm saying is like, but as far as just someone just dancing,
I don't know, Lee. I don't know, Lee.
To me, I think it's okay. I think I'm not saying that it's legitimate, but I'm just saying you never know.
Just give me one little quick sidebar.
Okay, sorry.
Just quick. Being a lifelong Cleveland fan of every team, we won the NBA title behind somebody walking over somebody. And thank you.
Shit.
LeBron James.
That's our right.
I was saying it as a kidding thing,
I'm a
thinking
Laker
that it
fan,
wouldn't happen.
I'm a Laker fan, but his annex pissed me off. I'm just saying that.
Holy shit.
I support LeBron.
Love him for life.
I support LeBron, but like he's an asshole.
Okay.
I was saying
hear
it
it
as a
lot,
joke. I was like, my God. I mean, no, they
it's
shouldn't.
happened, you know. But
That's so it's like, wow, that's a trip. Thank you for telling me. But what I mean is that shit should never happen. But what I mean is if someone's just going just dancing. I think
no, they don't do that anymore.
That's fine.
No, they don't call that anymore. You can even get your whole team to do a pose with you.
That's cool.
So take a picture. But I'm just going to say something real quick about LeBron. You know, although I don't like how he complains and touch fouls and this, it's like they score on you. You score and you're bitching. You got fouled during the score while the other team's dunking on the other side. Get back on fucking defense, bitch. I'm like, damn, dude. They're going 4-on-5. They're going 4-on-5 while you're bitching at the refs.
I like LeBron James.
I do
as
too.
A person.
I do
but
too.
Yeah.
He helps a lot of people. He
greatly.
gets too much shit.
I admire him greatly.
He gets too much shit for his on-the-court antics and his political views, but the guy has a great heart and he does a good job for kids. That's all I got to say about it. But he does. All NBA players
about how he plays.
All NBA players piss me off when they bitch about fouls. Vlade Divac started this shit. Fucking old Laker. Fucking Vlade floppy dotty. And fucking now they just complain while the other team's running down getting an easy basket because you're talking to the refs instead of getting back on defense.
No.
And they have numbers on the other side. That pisses me off. Get back and play defense and then complain as you're walking the ball back up. That's all, man. Oh, man. I miss the old defensive days of the NBA and the NFL. I miss Madden talking about fucking slobber knocker. He hit the snot out of that guy. You know, freaking.
I like golf with Jack Nicklaus, but that's me.
Golf is boring.
but Jack Nicklaus was exciting to see.
He's from my home state too.
Hey, right on,
legend. Man. That's right.
Right on.
The only thing I like about golf is the freaking Arnold Palmer iced tea.
I was gonna say that's cool stuff.
Or when Vince Scully did golf, and I would listen to golf because Vince Scully's voice is butter, man. The guy ruled.
So it's like you saying, and now another boring swing after a half hour of scratching his armpits.
Tiger Woods made it exciting when he went. You know, it was cool to watch.
Well,
Tiger.
Yeah. I like Tiger Woods.
But let's get back to John, man. People are going to go. They're supposed to be talking about John, and we're talking about all this
other shit. We always do everything. But go on.
I know, but this isn't the Freeform Rock podcast. This is Mark and Jerry BS sessions.
yeah, which is even worse. But
worse. Well, we're also now part of the Rat Salad Network with Wayne Noon. So on the Mark and Jerry bullshit sessions, we don't do it on Freeform because we play music, and they put it on Spotify. So we can't do that shit. So we don't play music on this show, so there's no copyright infringements going on here. Even though we're promoting music.
Yeah.
But John, man, what a guy, and what a surprise that he died today. I just want to give my condolences to John Madden's family. I want to wrap this up. And do you guys have any last words, Charles?
Again, I mean, you know, I'm literally from about 20 minutes south of Canton, the Hall of Fame. He's a Hall of Famer, of course. He's in that hall. It's just a sad day, you know, for everybody, because especially football fans, his family, it's just a sad day. And I hated to see that news today.
What about you, Lee?
Yeah, all I know is that I had not known that he was still alive, because I hadn't heard a lot about him. But yeah, I mean, the guy was really, I respect the hell out of him, man. He coached some of my favorite football moments. And I think that you know, if people want to look at some of the old games when he was a coach, because they're on YouTube, that's a good way to start. But I mean, he was a sharp commentator. He knew a hell of a lot about a game. I give the guy total respect, and I'm sorry that he died. So that's what I have to say.
Yeah, the guy taught me football. The guy was always doing Niner games, because back in the day, the Niners were always on TV because the Rams sucked back then in LA, and the Raiders were okay back then. They had the 83 with Marcus Allen doing that running against freaking the Washington Redskins. The freaking whoop, 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 whoop. It's like, damn. But I miss the guy. I miss him on the video games. I wish they would with technology today, they could put his voice back in this video game and have him commentate. And that would be awesome. You know, I wish they would put Madden back in fucking Madden video game, man.
They could take parts of his voice and just cut and paste and make it good.
No, they could take anything. They could make sentences with his voice and put it in the game.
That's what I mean.
I hope the family allows them to do that, because I think he needs to be back in the video game, because I miss that. The new commentators, I just fucking turn it off and listen to music and play the freaking Madden game. They're boring as fuck. But I miss John Madden. He's awesome. I loved his Miller commercials. I loved everything the guy did. I love the way he talked about food. You know, it got me hungry during the games. I had to go eat. John Madden ruled, and I'm sorry to see him go. He was one of a kind, man. And I want to thank you guys for being on here, since Jerry couldn't be on here.
Thank you for letting me on. Thank you.
Sorry for the quick notice. I was trying to get Jerry.
It's okay.
I love you,
no
Jerry.
Problem. Appreciate being on.
I think Jerry will appreciate this, and we got a show out because we couldn't get one out last week because we were both busy because of Christmas. And Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you guys, and see you guys on Thursday, man. All right, take it easy, guys. Buddy. Love you guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Monday Night Football, pre-Thanksgiving, brought to you by Budweiser, brewed fresh in America. Touchstone Pictures, The Hot Chick, coming soon to theaters everywhere. Radio Shack. You've got questions, we've got answers. And Chrysler, drive equals love. John, you're going to be home for Thanksgiving. I can't believe it.
I know where I'm going to be on Thanksgiving. I just wonder where those turkeys are going to be for Thanksgiving.
I have a feeling I know. Kevin Barlow. Well, John, for years at CBS and Fox, it became a tradition, the turkey leg and all of that, and you brought to the knowledge of America the turducken, and so our friends at the Four Seasons cooked you a turducken. There it is.
What that is?
I think it's a turducken.
It is a turducken, but I got to show you how to. I can't show you. I need fresh turducken. I'm going to have crazy turducken. But anyway, here's how you slice it. See, a lot of people don't know. You have to slice it down the middle. See, and then you slice it across this way, because what it is, it's a deboned chicken stuffed in a deboned duck, stuffed in a deboned turkey, with dressing between the chicken and the duck and the duck and the turkey. So as you cut down that way, you go turkey, dressing, duck, dressing, chicken.
You know, one of the great things about your coming over here is I'm able to ask you all of these questions, because for a lot of years I thought a turducken was some sort of a foul crossbreed. But it's not. Well, it's just three different things.
Yeah. Well, it's really 5 different things. It's a chicken, a duck, a turkey, and 2 kinds of dressing.
And are you going to have one on your Thanksgiving table?
Yeah, I'm going to have one. I have to bring it though, but because it. Oh, here's a picture of one.
Turducken.
Yeah,
picture. That is it.
And you see, you cut it like right down here. See, and then this is what it looks like inside. See, so you got turkey, then duck, and then dressing, and then chicken.
Oh.
And then you just have to do it that way, or if any of that makes sense.
Now, can I get some hoisin sauce with that? That's unbelievable.
You know, the first time I ever had one of these, I ate it with my fingers, and then I had to shake hands, and I didn't know whether.
Stay away from me. 2nd and 7. That pass is incomplete.
Outside RFK. Let's check what's going on.
This is where they get out there and they start playing the fight song.
Can't get a ticket. Stay outside and cook and play a horn.
Yeah, but how about slicing that sandwich? That was a man-sized sandwich.
What about this?
Chicken.
Well, the jambalaya is good, but the little thing.
New Orleans and Metairie. It's his recipe.
Yeah, but if it's so good, how come you put it in little cups?
It looks like some leaves blew in there.
Hey, and you can't beat this, though, Pat, huh? Leaves and burgers.
Yep.
I mean, that's the fall. The only thing that's missing is frost on the pumpkin.
On the road, nobody can get you a great hot meal faster than McDonald's, and I figured out how they do it. Jenny calls signals, sends Carl deep for a Big Mac, and cuts inside for your Coke. Look at him fly. Back here, you got Joel putting the moves on a Big Mac. Doink, doink. Now Carl hands off to Beth and clears a lane. This team's got it together. See what I mean? It all ends with a pass to you. Hot and fast.
You get it hot, you get it fast.
Want to see it again? Drive on in.
At McDonald's.